Welcome everyone to day 346 of the journey to 2000 ELO. And I decided now that I have some more time, I am sick of 10-minute rapid for now.
Which time control do you like most?
I mean, I don't know. I can say I hate what I hate most.
What?
I actually hate rapid. Because, I mean, normally, like, classical game is a serious game. You prepare, you need to sleep at night, you need to be in a very good physical shape. Blitz is exactly the opposite. You don't care at all. You can be drunk, you can dance all night. I mean, whatever happens, like, you just need to be lucky and it will work. And in rapid, it's not that you don't care at all, but still it's kind of not exactly a serious type of chess.
And it's something in the middle, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And I normally don't know, like, should I party all night or should I sleep all night, or I don't know, like, should I do Grishuk style and think with whom I should sleep all night and stuff.
So we're going to jump into a 15-minute game here and just take the time to, think. Here we go. We got, we got 1919, Saudi Arabia. Joined 2019. Well, all right. We have D4 on the board. I'm going to play London. Today I should go over all my openings because all my openings are just really rusty. So I'm going to play, the best I can for now. And then going to sort of reinvent all of my openings. Apparently C4 is like not a move, but this is how I've been playing, and they always seem to go for the same like E4 push, and then there's the tactic in there where like you take the queen and you're just a pawn up. This is different, however, so probably just bishop E2. And I can see I already got to like slow down. I'm playing as if it's a 10-minute rapid game, but you can just wait for your opponents to play like this, make a mistake in these 15-minute games, and then punish. Okay, bishop e2 probably if takes. This bishop's trapped for the moment, so he's either going b6. Nothing fancy for now, though. I think we just want to take back with the e-pawn in this position. All right, so they're clearly looking to go b5. I could just stop that in its tracks. Probably should. Just trying to think if there's anything better here. Like, what if we ignore it? Castles here. Nah, let's just play a4. a4 at some point might go a5 just to freeze the pawns. Create a little lodge there. All right, here we go. So now we're getting the e5. e5. So if I went castles e5, takes. Yeah, this still works because e5, I just win a pawn. Takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Displacing the rook. That's the only reason why I play this line, because they play it so often. They go for e5, and I think it's just slightly better for white. I'm now looking at putting my bishop on that diagonal because he probably really would like to. Well, he might go bishop f5 actually, but he'd probably really like to do something with this pawn. And if he ever like moves the bishop, then I can snap it off. And yeah, this is just good. Now it's time to think. Probably just bishop f5. Okay. Contest the d file. The knight moves anywhere, and we just trade the bishops, but the knight can't attack this pawn just yet. So rook after d1 looks okay. Now eventually I might go a5 just to freeze black pawns, but I think we gotta grab or contest the d file first. let's just make sure. So we got plenty of time. So I'm pretty sure white's slightly better here. I'm just going to try to convert this. Do a little anti-blunder check. What are my opponent's checks, captures, attacks? So rook d1. This still doesn't really work. That would give up a pawn. This is protected for now, although I would eventually like to reroute the bishop maybe to that diagonal. So rook d1. I mean, like, he could trade. I don't think I need to think too much about this move. Let's see. Takes. What I am thinking about is, what rank am I? I'm at 1875 right now. I almost forgot I was streaming. Yeah, the problem with going b3 is that looks terrible. I'll definitely want to just swap off the bishops when possible. Could go like knight there, but then takes. Yeah, it's fine. I'm a pawn up, so any kind of trade should be good for me. Yeah, I gotta get back over 1900 though. It's time to grind. All right, so as we expected, let's go. I don't think there's anything better. Let's just snap the bishop off. Now that takes all the pressure. All right. Here, 94 looks like a move, potentially. This unfortunately drops the pawn. Doubling up looks tasty. Now that the knight's blocking the rook, so we can go here, knight there. He's going to go 95. That I don't like. But now I can go b3. So what if I went here, 95, b3? Where's that knight going? Really nowhere else. But I could go. I go there first. Or I go here. There. No, wait, because here, there, I would kind of have to trade off. And that looks bad for me, so I'm thinking of just improving my knight, because then if he moves his knight anywhere, I can first play b3. If he ever, I guess b5 becomes more of an idea. I'm probably overthinking this a bit. Or I could go a5. Or I could play a prophylactic move. That does kind of weaken my pawn structure. Rook d2 does not work for the moment. What about knight d5? What about that? I'd almost rather just like control an open d file. What about like here he hits me? Or just an immediate b3. b3, but then maybe, no, that still wouldn't work. So b3, maybe bishop here. Not sure how much that would matter. You might try to be annoying, but that wouldn't work. So b3, knight there. I could always kick him out. I'm going to go b3. I don't see the drawbacks of this move yet. It is a backwards pawn, but it's not the easiest pawn to attack, especially if I have the open file. And now I just want to fight for the open file. So I can get rook d2 and then rook d1. And then I can reroute my bishop to a better diagonal. I don't need to sit here passively defending the pawn. The knight can start maneuvering around. Okay. I did think about just kicking the knight out because he has no squares to go to. He has to just like, I could go there, e4. Or I could go knight d5. Takes. We could go here. There. We could trade everything off too. We could just go rook takes here, here, takes. But I don't know why I like that a little bit less. Knight here, there we would take. Okay, so knight e4, the knight's not going anywhere. He's got to protect somehow. He could go rook there, but then let's start, as long as I'm not blundering, let's start with this. Just kind of improve our knight a little bit. Or I could go here. I could go a5 and freeze the pawns. Because then this will never work. Should I do that? I'm going to go a5. There is something to be said for kicking the knight out, though, and going bishop f3. Uh-huh. Okay, now... That was maybe a mistake, actually. Let's go here. Oh, he wants to go... If rook takes off to go bishop takes, because he wants to... Let's think for a second, but I think... Here, if there... Just don't want to blunder. Lately, I've been throwing games. I didn't know that Pep plays chess. I don't know what that means. I don't know who Pep is. G4 looks appealing at the right moment. I wouldn't like the bishop to reroute, so maybe I'll wait. If he goes bishop f5, I'll go G4. Now he can't push to defend. I don't think I really care about that move. Maybe I should, but and this isn't an issue yet. If takes, I'll take back with the bishop. If you were to move the rook over, maybe just bishop f3. Oh. I am so out of... I don't follow sports. Okay, I feel good about this position. Pretty sure I'm winning, but I would really like to get back to where I was playing chess and converting like nearly every winning position instead of making one blunder and throwing a game. That's definitely what's going to get me back up over 1900. I think playing these longer time controls usually works to my advantage. If I'm playing like half decent chess. Because I just lose way too many freaking games to people who play the 10-minute pool. They play like really fucking fast and really well somehow. I'm not really... Okay, so I should probably be shut my mouth and start looking for moves for black, because I don't see any amazing moves, but I'm sure there are. I don't know how he protects this pawn. like maybe he could go rook here, and then if takes... No, I don't think that works either. Like, takes, because then I could take with a rook and I'm defending. Then, no. If he jumps in, I'm taking that pawn. I am forking the bishop and the other pawn. Doesn't really, like, none of the squares really look that scary if the knight goes to b4. We already said if he takes this rook, I'll take back with the bishop, so I don't drop this pawn. Super important. If I lose that pawn, if I make one blunder, like, advantage is gone. We'll see later on if this a5 idea was a good idea, but usually when you can freeze two pawns with one pawn in an endgame, it's nice. Because this is the reason why he can't protect that pawn in c5. And then I just want to activate my king. Okay. That could potentially be annoying, but I don't think. I mean, it's just a free pawn. I'm hitting this one. Then maybe I reroute the bishop. I don't know where he's trying to go. If he tries to go here, takes, rook here. It's just too many pawns for me, I think. Well, let's just calculate. What is my opponent trying to do? So knight takes c5, bishop c2, rook takes. He's hitting that pawn. Takes. Okay, I can't see super far ahead, but I'm pretty sure it has got to be knight takes here. Just so long as I'm not, like, blundering. We still said if rook takes, bishop takes. Don't want to drop this guy. Actually, if knight here, or sorry, if bishop c2, we trade. What I don't like is that it does give black the d file, but oh wait, what if bishop here? What if I just went rook d5? Takes. Does isolate my pawns, but how's it going, Hawkeye Chess? This I'm less afraid of. Bishop takes, rook over, bishop f3. I mean, like, the rook can penetrate, but either way, I can't drop that pawn, so I'm going to take with the bishop. All right. Again, here we don't need to do it. I mean, this is defended. I guess, like, because takes. Time to calculate, because takes. That would be like a terrible sack just to get one pawn, and this would be defending. So knight takes is another free pawn for me. Knight takes b7. If a rook there, knight back. This never works. I don't think I care about rook e2. But I could also go bishop here and threaten to take and then take. Now at this point, trades are really good for me. So bishop f3. This doesn't do anything. Knight can't really be attacked. So bishop f3. The knight goes here. I take. Activating my king would also be good. Like, I could just start activating my king, but Maybe I just take the free pawn. How bad can that be? I could even sack material back, because then I'd still be 2 pawns up, but I'm 3 pawns up if I grab this, and I don't see takes. If I'm black, I mean, this just doesn't really seem to do much. Just gives me another tempo on the rook. So takes, maybe rook d2. I'm going to take it. So we're 3 pawns up. Now I pretty much either way am probably dropping the knight back to c5 to attack the other pawn. And then, like, yeah, I just don't see how what he attacks here. He goes there, it doesn't even do anything. So what happens if I just drop the knight back? I mean, this is protected. This wouldn't work. This wouldn't really do much. Here... It's a 15-minute rapid game, yeah. I still don't really care about the knight coming in. I guess, like, let's see, knight here protects the a6 pawn. Problem with this is goes there anyways. Here, I might start shutting that bishop down too. I could make it so the bishop is almost completely out of the game. Here, there. There. Okay, let's drop the... Am I missing any moves for black? I don't think so. Let's drop the knight back. Kind of has to go knight b4. And then I'm going to probably play e4. Bishop has no good squares to go to. It's got to go back all the way back there, so that would be good. Provocative pawn push on kingside. Provocative pawn push on kingside. Well, if this is what you're talking about. But this just looks like it just works because it literally forces the bishop completely back out of the game to the 8th rank. And then I just need to find a way to either trade down or just push these pawns. Because I got, you know, a 3-1 pawn majority on the queen side. Yeah, I would like to play, I think, e4, bishop back here, and then bishop f3. Okay. Oh, it's almost the fork. Wait. Here. He can, it doesn't quite, oh, it does. I mean, it at least forces some trades. G4. The bishop's got to stay on that diagonal or he gets forked. So G4, bishop C2 takes, rook takes. Knight takes. Let me just double check here. I got the time. So G4, you know, the bishop goes back here, then we win on the spot. G4, bishop here takes, rook takes, knight takes, and we're just, I mean, that's like the 4th pawn. Let me just make sure I'm not blundering anything here. There we go. See, when I play 15-minute chess, it's just better. I like the feeling when I just win because I won and I played well, not like I played really fast and blitzed out a bunch of moves. And like, I mean, I've started playing those 10-minute games because I really needed to start grinding, you know, getting a lot of volume in. But I think that my strategy, like I got 98.2% accuracy. I had 1 inaccuracy. That's like the cleanest game I've had in a long time. But my opponent also played really well. They played with 84.7% accuracy. They had 1 mistake, 2 inaccuracies. So I like had to, that was a fight. But it was interesting because I felt like I always kind of had the advantage throughout that game. Anyways. Okay, so go to London, the Indian setup. I don't know why I had this lesson with the National Master, and he was saying c4 is not a move, but this is a way to play against the King's Indian, apparently. I mean, it's theory, the way that I learned, but I don't know. Castles could have been played here, but what's the follow-up here, huh? C takes. Yeah, that's actually a free pawn. I don't know why. So b5 isn't really a threat. Okie dokie. Let me just get this like typical, okay, castles. It wants d5. d5. But I like going for this trap because you just win a pawn. Like literally white just wins a pawn and white's winning. It happens so often. Okay, b3 was good. a5. Just a really clean game. Man, I need to keep playing like this. All right.